Hi everybody, I'm here to watch the Silent Hill transmission. I don't know what's going to be in it, but it's exciting, huh? Come hang out with me, we can see what they present today. Yeah, I don't... Why is it frozen? Is it because I had to... Yeah, okay, it's because I had to minimize while I was looking for something. I just won't do that again. Cool, I'm excited. I did have to minimize for just a second. But it's not started yet anyway, so should be fine. I'm going to try to talk a little louder than I have been because I don't know why my mic's being weird, but it was. We're about to start. It'll be happening soon. I hope you can hear me. All right. It's live. I'm live. 3 minutes until more Silent Hill news. I'm a bigger, like, Fatal Frame fan than I am Silent Hill, but I've, like, watched all the games. I haven't played most of them myself, just due to accessibility, though I remember being really scared by Silent Hill 1, a game that I wish that I'd held on to and not sold after being really scared by it back when it first came out. Hi, Diane! And hi, Bree. Bree heard me start talking and immediately showed up. And I don't know why. My mic's really quiet today, but hopefully it's audible to you. Maybe it has to do with the fact it's currently plugged into the mixer, which is normally running through Z's computer or something. I don't know. It makes no sense at all. But whatever. And Bree is here to try steal my markers. Don't do that, honey. Baby girl. Do you want to watch some Silent Hill with me? It's a scary series. Anyways, I've been intending to play the new Silent Hill F at some point, when it comes down in cost, because $100 Canadian is too much for me for a game. That's a luxury. That's a luxury game right there, you know? Um, I think I've watched all of the other ones Let's Played by somebody or other, probably Voidburger. Shout out to Voidburger in the off chance you ever see this, and if not, everybody should go check out Voidburger's amazing Silent Hill content. Well, you should do that even if by some miracle Voidburger does hear this. It's not an either or. All right, Brie, go look at the window, baby girl. Go look at the window. Oh, scary sounds. Girl, girl, I need you to not close my laptop while I'm streaming. Oh my god, Brie. Oh, it's happening. We're shifting into Silent Hill. You can hear it. Brie has never been so excited to go to Silent Hill. Have any of us? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
皆さんこんにちは。サイレントヒルトランスミッションへようこそ。サイレントヒルシリーズのプロデューサー岡本元井です。2022年の発表以来、長い間お待たせしましたが、本日は待望のタイトルサイレントヒルタウンフォールのニュースや情報をついに皆さんにお届けできることを嬉しく思います。本日ソニーのステートオブプレイでトレーラーを公開し、プレイステーション5、Steam、エピックゲームズにてウィッシュリスト登録を開始しました。皆様ぜひご登録よろしくお願いいたします。さらにこの配信独占の最新情報もご用意しています。アナプルナインタラクティブのインタラクティブ&ニューメディア部門プレジデントヘクター・サンチェスさんとゲーム部門責任者のリアン・ルームさん、そしてスクリーンバーンのライター兼ディレクターのジョン・マッケランさんをお迎えしています。皆さん本日はようこそいらしてくださいました。
Thank you, Okamoto-san. At Annapurna, we're always looking to push the boundaries of storytelling, and we couldn't be more excited and honored to have the opportunity to work with you and the entire team at Konami to co-publish Silent Hill Townfall. Annapurna Interactive is a publisher that not only looks for great stories to tell, but also great teams to tell those stories. And we're so
I wish they
pleased to
started
partner
with the
the very
trailer.
special development team that created Silent Hill Townfall, John, and the entire team at Screenburn Interactive.
And this project came about because the team at Annapurna and the team at Screenburn are really passionate about Silent Hill. We're very excited about the unique stories that we're able to tell in this amazing franchise. It's also important to us at Annapurna that the developers we partner with really love the IP that they're working on, and that's exactly what we have with Screenburn.
Yeah, as a fan of the series ever since the release of the first game, it's a real pleasure and an honour to be here today to talk about
Where
Townfall.
Can I be that doesn't cover the
The
chat and
entire
doesn't cover
development team
them?
and I are so excited to finally be able to share our first look after so many years of development out of sight.
皆さんありがとうございます。それではまず本日公開されたサイレントヒルタウンフォールのリビールトレーラーを振り返りましょう。
Haven't watched this yet.
Simon, listen to me. You can't stay in this room forever. I can't stay in this room forever. I know this is going to be hard. But you have to come back to me.
Oh, hell yes.
Come back to me, Simon.
Oh, the Silent Hill music.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different.
Okay.
I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what
Oh,
you did.
interesting. Oh, it's first person? Oh, we're going for some severe medical horror, huh? Well, I will not be able to play it because I cannot play first-person games due to motion sickness. Oh, really soon then? That's great.
前回のティザートレーラーから続く形で、ついにあのポケットテレビの持ち主が明らかになりました。このトレーラーはタウンフォールの本質、そしてサイレントヒルらしさをしっかりと捉えています。
And we can see from the trailer that debuted today that Townfall clearly embodies the DNA of the Silent Hill franchise. It also has quite a unique take, which we know has been really important to the team at Screenburn. And part of that uniqueness comes from their own identity, their perspectives, their history, and their style. So, John, we'd love viewers to learn more about Screenburn and your team's history
Yeah, where's it
and the
set?
work you've done on Silent Hill Townfall.
Absolutely. Our main objectives were to make a game that could feel specific to the team who made it, to bring something new to the series in terms of setting, and to really think about what Silent Hill, both in concept and gameplay, could look like through a Screenburn lens.
Yeah, and it's this lens that appealed to us so much when we started working with you in Screenburn, many years ago. And we knew that with Annapurna's partnership with Konami helping to guide the project, that the three teams together could produce something original, exciting for the fans, and show Silent Hill in a way that hadn't been seen before.
皆様、情熱あるメッセージ、本当にありがとうございます。サイレントヒルの伝統を受け継ぎつつも、新しいチームごとに世界観やテーマ、美学が
I
ど
do
の
really
ように
love
解
that
釈
it's
さ
been
れるかを
expanding
示す
into
ことは
these
とても
new
重要です。
settings and team
ここ
aesthetics.
でスクリーン版インタラクティブと本作を形作る人々の姿をご覧いただきましょう。
I wondered if he was Glaswegian.
We've got our previous games that we worked on over the years. So Super Arclight was our first title that we released back in 2016. Stories Untold, 2017. Observation.
Oh, Stories Untold was
2019,
so
and
good.
Silent Hill soon. Our
It got a little
collection
out of-
Silent Hill games. We thought that we're going to be slotted in at the end there. It is a genuine honour to work with the franchise and to contribute to it. After we shipped Observation, we were kind of like figuring out what we were going to do next. And then we got this call from Annapurna to ask us what we would do with Silent Hill. That froze us in our tracks. It's not an opportunity we ever thought we'd get, but it's one we knew we all wanted right away. We pulled together a pitch of what we felt would be a really cool, unique Screenburn take and brought it to Konami, and we were delighted that they loved the idea. It was like, this is exactly what we need. This
Well,
is what we
that's
want to do.
fun that they they were the ones who pitched it. That's a good sign for something that's really, a unique viewpoint. I am already getting motion sick.
So yeah, this is where Graham lives and where design lives.
My name's Graham McKellen. I'm the lead game designer. John is my brother, so we've known each other for a while. We have a lot of the same experiences, films that we watched when we grew up, games that we played. That allows us to work really well together when it comes to finding the synergy between narrative and game design. Very early, we agreed that we wanted to present this game in first person. And first
That
person
calls
is,
Screenburn.
you have a more limited field of view.
You're
There's
blocking
things
out everybody
happening
who
off screen
cannot
which
watch
you're not
things
always
like
aware
that.
of, and as we know in horror, what happens off screen is
Just do
sometimes
fixed
scarier than what
angles.
happens right in front of you. How we use the perspective to induce the horror, anxiety, and fear, but then at the same time trying to find the balance to that, which is what can we give the player?
One of the first things we set out to do was like, what can we do with the radio that's not been done before? What can we do that kind of gives it a
I
new,
love the pocket TV idea.
function, a new aesthetic, but it feels Silent Hill, the analog tech that's kind of been my visual calling card. Most of the things we've done, like even in our previous games, has been as close to real life technology as we can get. This is a very small handheld TV, but kind of inspired the CRTV.
The CRTV is, our take on the classic radio. We knew we wanted to have the player bring it up and actually use it. So we were really keen on having the player tune with the CRTV, actually go through the frequencies, discover narrative content, but also being able to use it as a tool to see where enemies were. So yeah, we teach the peek mechanic, which gives the player a little bit extra mobility around where the camera can be. So you can peek up and to the sides to see round corners or over walls.
I keep doing this as I lean.
And it's really important for the first-person perspective, giving the player that extra control over the camera.
That is going to be very scary to give them that control.
We felt might just be Northern Europe, you know, and not lock it down to Scotland. There was a drive to create something that felt authentic to us, and it kind of felt natural to kind of bring it home.
When John first showed me the game and I saw this sort of a very obviously Silent Hill, misty, foggy environment, that felt like a walk to school when I was growing up. Because, you know, I've grown up in towns like this, in a small fishing town that's kind of similar to St. Amelia. It's a beautifully epic, grey, drizzly environment, and we're bringing that to the game.
It just feels so real, especially when you're going through it in first person. You kind of feel like you're there. It's so detailed, every single thing, and it's all connected to the story.
A very personal story, I know for John as well.
I would have been about 17 or 18 when the first game came out, and I was really ill, high fever, all this kind of stuff. I know I finished it, but the experience I have was like a fever dream, because it literally was. To this day, I've never played it again, because I kind of don't want to know whether what happened that night was real or not. Drawn to the fog ever since. And I think now
I realized I was hiding the
responsible
chat
for it,
box.
I'm actually kind of pulling
Should be visible now.
the rest of the team in, and now we're looking forward to bringing the fans into that fever dream too.
I wonder if that influenced the sort of medical horror vibes I'm picking up.
スクリーンバーンのチームの皆さん、ありがとうございました。自分たちの仕事だけでなく、サイレントヒルの歴史や意味に強い情熱を持つ開発者の姿を目にするのはとても刺激的ですね。各チームがそれぞれのビジョンをサイレントヒルに持ち込み、新しい体験をどのように形作ったのかがよくわかります。さて、公開されたばかりのトレーラーについて語るべきことがたくさんあります。最も注目すべきは本作が一人称視点である点でしょう。過去作にも一人称要素はあるものの、10時間を超える長編作品としてこの方式を採用したのはタウンフォールがシリーズ史上初めてです。この視点の変化によりプレイヤーはサイレントヒルの恐怖を新たなレンズを通して目撃することになります。
It's really good for immersion for other people.
スクリーンバーンが考案した新しい戦闘、回避、謎解きのメカニクスとも見事に調和します。
Absolutely. Every feature of the game has been designed with this perspective in mind, but always making sure that while we see the world in this new way, the experience still feels distinctly Silent Hill. A big part of that experience is centered around enemies and how our protagonist Simon will encounter them. Familiar tools from the world of Silent Hill are
axe head
available,
enemies,
planks
that's
of
fun.
wood, pipes and ranged weapons like the pistol, but the ability to sneak, hide and evade brings a new element of choice to the combat.
Such angles on the interviews of people.
In fact, with the aid of the pocket television, known as the CRTV in the game,
it's
evasion is every bit as useful as survival technique
stealth
as
horror
facing
as
enemies
well.
head-on. Players are encouraged to experiment and find a playstyle that suits them while being mindful of the resources and the opportunities that surround them.
わかりやすい例が覗き込みですよね。サイモンは物体や壁の上から、あるいは周りから慎重に身を乗り出して敵の様子を確認でき、発見される可能性を下げることができます。この要素は遭遇前の慎重さが生かされるだけでなく、見た目、手触りの面でとても映画的な表現になっています。
Indeed, that additional level of fine control provided to the player works especially well in first person. And it allows
they're
players
using
to
mechanics
cautiously
that
assess an
specifically
encounter
lead
before
into
they
that
make a
first-person
decision to
gameplay.
evade or charge in. In first person, features like the peek or the CRTV become more immersive, rendering details up close in the character's hands and all in a tactile and physical way rather than using on-screen HUD elements. These features really shine in first person, and as the game progresses, players will be challenged in many different ways. Using the right technique at the right time is vital for Simon's survival.
ジョンさん、次は新主人公サイモン・オーデルに目を向けてみましょう。シリーズのキャラクターは皆心に重いものを抱えていますが、 サイモンも例外ではありません。
I'm really
彼は
excited
多
for
層的で
Simon
不安
as a
定、
Silent Hill
そして非
protagonist.
常に人間的です。トレーラー冒頭で
Literally
主人公
just
である
from
サ
what
イ
we've
モン
already
が
seen.
今回舞台となる町セントアメリアに縁があることが示唆され、彼の困難な旅が始まります。ジョンさん、彼が島へ向かう事情、そしてプレイヤーが踏み入れる物語について視聴者の皆様に特別に教えてもらえますか？
Well, I knew when beginning to write the game that fans would have certain expectations about the worlds, characters, and the themes that permeate the series. I wanted to both lean into those expectations in some ways and subvert them in others. Guilt is a strong theme throughout Silent Hill's many stories, and I wanted to dive deeper into the various different ways that guilt can manifest, where it comes from, what it can do to people, and how, if you can, come to accept or resolve it. So while those narrative themes are distinctly Silent Hill, we're looking at and interpreting those themes in a very different way.
I know. Look
ゲー
at
ム
it.
の冒頭、サイモンは物事を終わらせてほしい、それが正しいことだと告げる謎の電話を受け取ります。トレーラーで見た通り、彼は島に到着しますが、この段階ではどうやって来たのか不明であり、サイモン自身も向かう先が分かっていないように見えます。
Well, a core component of our team's narrative style that has been present in all of our previous games is mystery. Simon's journey through the town is layered with nuance and questions where players will
They're
gradually
so good
uncover
at this
both
as a-
small
as a
details
dev
and big
team.
reveals, and they'll be kept guessing throughout. There are other characters to meet along the way too, and understanding Simon's connection to them is key to the narrative. Some mysteries will pay off as the game progresses, and some will deepen further, inviting players to dive deep into the world and the details spread around the town.
サイモンの旅がどのようなものになるのか楽しみにしていただければと思います。さて次はタウンフォールの舞台となる町セントアメリアについてご紹介しましょう。サイレントヒルのキャラクターを町と切り離すことはできません。世界は彼らを映し出し、試し、変えていきます。サイモンの旅を理解するには彼が身を置く町を理解する必要があります。それではセントアメリアのインスピレーションとなったスコットランドの実際の場所を見てみましょう。
I want to go to Scotland so bad. This is going to just make me like long even harder.
So we're going to go to the east coast of Scotland. We've referenced a lot in the game. Graham and I have been many times over the years. We took Paul up when he joined the team. And I think this is Linda's first time.
It is, yeah.
So you're going to get a bit of a shock when you're in St. Amelia.
As a QA lead, I think I have played probably 3,000 hours of this game, but I've actually never explored those real towns, so I'm excited to see it.
It's so
Smell,
beautiful.
wind, and the sound of the place, all of that together is what you're trying to recreate. You're not just trying to recreate the visuals, you're trying to recreate the vibe. And there's no better way of doing it than spending time there.
It's really important to not live your life behind a lens and just absorb the place when you're there. So I suppose it's always important for artists to get out and see the place that they're supposed to be making.
Graham and I were chasing fog. Well, I dragged Graham out with me. I was like, I need someone in front of the camera when I take these images. Fog was so dense that when we came out here, we got to like this spot, and from here we couldn't see the coast anymore, and we couldn't tell which direction the coast was in. And we
Are they out on a
immediately felt, like,
breakwater?
in danger. And we ended up with this shot here. The atmosphere is like blue and light. The sun was going down. Everything
good
from
shot.
that moment was when we kind of realized how this game was going to begin. We have this fog that rolls in on the east coast of Scotland called a Har. I got pretty obsessed chasing the Har. I wasn't painting images. I wasn't like trying to like imagine what the fog would look like. I could go to a town that looks like St. Amelia and find a fog that looks like Silent Hill and come back and show the team, here's what the game needs to look like. And I would drag other people on my trips with me and be like, you gotta come too. And they're like, really? It's 4 a.m. So that when we come back to the studio, we can try and recreate what we felt, not just what we saw. This was like the first beautiful corner that we did. And then as we get around this corner, yeah, it's literally the same.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Yep.
I thought we had that in the game, the seaweed.
This was the first pier I think we came to. And we walked along a bunch of other piers as well, just to kind of see the differences and, yeah, the kind of shapes that they make and how they're used, that kind of thing, you know. So this is it. This is very similar to our St. Amelia pier.
They say where they were? I didn't... Okay, thank you.
This is the harbour town and was the first place that we built for the game.
When I started to write the story about what this town was, what happened to this town, the isolation was a big factor. There's like an existential dread that comes with that. Silent Hill has always had a sense of like not being able to leave the town and face.
Yeah, it's so
that
gorgeous.
Isolation isn't just for the protagonist, but also for the town. It's like they've got to do what they got to do. You just have to get on with it, and you have to solve the problem. There's no running away.
It's surreal. I think it's because a lot of stuff are so similar to in-game, even like the slanted walls, the colors. Wherever
It really
the
does.
place is exactly the same as in-game.
These alleyways kind of
I do wonder how similar the architecture would be with that, but I kept thinking that it feels very Innsmouth, as it were.
Coming up there, this is one of the
Maybe you
slopes
just give
that,
me a harbour town
when I
horror
first
with
came
old
here,
buildings and I feel that
looking at all
way.
the textures. And luckily Unreal allows us with nanite to just sort of layer on loads of meshes and textures on top of each other. I don't know what this is. Bits of like rag and tarpaulin, like the glove, for instance, there. It's just like layers upon layers upon layers of life and history. You're mimicking several hundred years worth of life. That's what we aim to do. And a lot of the time, the player will just sort of walk around and absorb it, and they won't know why it feels like a real place, but the effort that we've put in will make them feel like it's a real place, and it will give them that sense of history and, yeah.
It's a big moment for us, definitely. For me personally, for the team, you know, we're all big fans. I think that's an understatement to say big fans. You know, we're obsessed. To be trusted with a franchise like this is an honor, and you know, we want to make sure we ace it. So we're giving it our all to create something that's really new and really unique.
センターメディアのインスピレーションや再現方法について貴重なお話をありがとうございました。細部へのこだわりが新しい世界観をリアルに感じさせています。こうした丁寧な作り込みはシリーズならではの大切な魅力です。最後にタウンホールの規模や構成についてお話ししましょう。
For sure. And while Annapurna has been primarily known over the last decade for independent games from smaller teams, Townfall is no small game. In fact, it's among some of the biggest games that we've ever published.
And while Screenburn is a relatively small development studio at about 30 people, they have been afforded the development time to really realise their creative vision for Townfall. And as a result, Townfall is a full-length, high-quality game that we can all present with confidence following Silent Hill F and Silent Hill 2.
スクリーンバーン、アナプルナ、コナミの3社が手を組み作り上げたサイレントヒルのエッ
Do you
セ
think
ン
they
ス
have
をしっか
someone
り
out
取り
there
入れ
rocking
た
the
タイトルと
lamps
なってい
whenever
ます
they're not on screen?
今年皆さんにサイレントヒルタウンホールを実際にプレイしてもらえる
Like,
こ
look at
と
those
を
lamps.
非常に楽しみにしています。本日のサイレントヒルトラ
Oh
ンスミ
wow,
ッション
fast
は
transmission,
こちら
nothing
で
else,
終
huh?
了となります。最後に視聴者の皆さんへ向けて一言ずつメッセージをお願いします。
We're so thankful for your patience, and we can't wait to show you more of what we have in store for you in Townfall. We see this project not only as our biggest and most ambitious game yet, but as a love letter to the series that inspired many of the team, myself included, to become game developers in the first place. It's truly an honour to be given this opportunity to contribute to the series, and on behalf
You've
of the
got
team
this,
at Screenburn,
Greenburn.
thank you for
You've
your
got
support
it.
and your encouragement over the years.
We've loved working with the entire team at Screenburn and are very proud of the game they've created. Our goal at Annapurna is to support our developers so they can focus on making the best possible game. It's been amazing to see Townfall come to life throughout development. Thank you to Screenburn for their partnership, and thank you to Konami for trusting us with the Silent Hill franchise.
Silent Hill Townfall is a labor of love for everybody involved and a true collaboration across the three teams. From the amazing team in Scotland at Screenburn to the revered publisher Konami, not only in Japan but around the world, and ourselves, who are very humbled by the opportunity at Annapurna to co-publish a game for the first time with an existing franchise and bring our unique take to this historic franchise.
スクリーンバーン、アナプルナ、コナミの3社で長い時間をかけて作り上げてきた作品を発表することができて
Well, it looks like it's going to
本
be
当に良かったです。
fantastic.
本日お見せした通り、非常に丁寧に作り上げていますので、皆様ぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。本日お届けしたサイレントヒルタウンホールはプレイステーション5と
Well, I will not be
Steam
wishlisting it due to it being first person and me not being able to play it, but I highly recommend that anyone else who wants to does so.
またサイレントヒルトランスミッションでは
It's supposed to come out
今後も
sometime in
継続して
2026
サイレ
somehow.
ントヒルシリーズの情報を皆さんにお届けしてまいります。次回もどうぞお楽しみに。本日は
Yeah,
ご視聴いただ
what's
き
next
誠
past
に
this?
あ
This
り
was
がとう
announced
ご
a
ざいま
while
した。
ago. I don't think any of the stuff that's been announced hasn't been either out or, well, is Townfall. So I'm curious as to see what they do for whatever they have in their docket. I'm sure there's something else coming soon. All right. Well, thank you for watching this with me. I love the environment. Those of you who know me know that I love Scotland so much. Hey, 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 hey. Give me that back. Give me that back, Glenn. Sorry, she took a hair tie. And she is absolutely not allowed to have hair ties. Yeah, I'm very excited to see what they end up doing with this. They didn't address the medical horror element at all in this, but like seeing that Simon had ripped out, what's the term for it? The little blood transfusion tubes in his hand for this. Really makes me wonder what elements are going there, especially since he didn't have it when he had washed up on shore. I noticed that. Um, Also, why was he in the water? They mentioned a difficult arrival that they showed us, but what was going on there, given that apparently he was coming here on purpose, that he has a tie to the town? There were some really interesting shots. Let me see if I can actually skim back through and find it. No. Uh, Where's the trailer at? There's the trailer.
Different.
I'm just going to mute the trailer and look for the moments. That light is incredible. Yeah, what's going on here? Nothing we can do until help arrives. Maybe that's part of why it gave it a really also Lovecraftian feeling. This town is ours, and then it cuts away before we can read the rest of them. So we've got that. We've got axe-faced enemies. We've got this, as you can see, the medical tube right here. We've got a hospital admissions bracelet. Where was that? Here. Let me see if I can get to it. That would be interesting. Can you tell me, do you know anything about Saint Amelia? Because I don't, that is not, oh yeah, the past Silent Hills definitely do have very strong religious themes. And like, you don't think that they named it that for, like, by accident. Here we go. Oh, it looks like maybe this was set a while ago. Oh, wait, I can't. It looks like it says, let's see if I can get a better shot of it. 151059, I guess that's the date of birth. I was trying to figure out if it was the admissions date, if we could figure out when this was set, but of course there's the genes, it all looks very modern. Became a martyr, the patron saint of broken arms, interesting. Fisherman, this is a fishing town. So that's definitely going to be tied in. So yeah, he's got the little port there, and that's clearly tied to the transition to Silent Hill. You've got the cool TV thing that takes the place of the radio. That's an odd looking individual that's ejecting one of those ports from its chest. So that's probably going to be the main monster. You've got these axe-headed asylum patients. It looks like they're wearing straitjackets, and that one looks human. This is the main monster, I assume. A lot of the more recent Silent Hills have had an iconic monster, maybe nothing as iconic as Pyramid Head, but I know the recent one that I'm forgetting the name of has the flower, not F, the one before that, that's a short one, has like a Sakura themed monster. Diane, you should check that out. Um, and yeah, so we've only seen two monsters. We've seen what looks like the central one with the hospital tubing coming out of it, and it's covered in scars. And then we've got the axe-headed patient. Um, we've got the name Saint Amelia. We know that it's a fishing town. Like I can tell already that they're going to be really digging into symbolism and having some interesting themes about medical elements. I am curious about the straitjacket choice and if that's supposed to have implications, though we'll find that out. Um, and I feel like we did not get to see whatever other world they're envisioning in this. Looks like it was being kept a secret. We got a few like red tinted fog areas, but as you can see from their photos, that is also something you just kind of get in the area depending on the color of the lighting when it's that foggy. So yeah, I really want to. I can't play it. I cannot play it. I get motion sick so quickly in first person games. It's simply not going to be possible. I will try to point to somebody who is playing it that then we get to enjoy somebody else playing it. Maybe our friend Jury or Cass will play it. And I will, in that case, watch it minimized or on something out of the corner of my eye to try to actually engage with it because I can already tell that I'm going to really dig how they're revealing the story and narrative. Um, yeah, thank you for joining me for this. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and we don't know when in 2026, but I mean, if we've got the wish list, the last time, let me see, for when Fatal Frame was the remake was announced, the wish list, I think it was only 4 months out. So maybe probably not Q2, maybe Q2, very unlikely, probably Q3, I would guess, which is not that far off. So hey, I'm looking forward to seeing that in a little bit. And thank you for hanging out with me during this. We're going to be playing more Expedition 33 shortly. So hopefully I'll see you all then. Have a great one, everyone.